Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another live from TechJockey.com. I am Ria Basu. I'm from the marketing team of TechJockey. To all the new members here, let me tell you all what TechJockey does. So, TechJockey helps businesses choose the right kind of software according to their requirements and needs. So we have a lot of new members here. So thank you so much for following us and being a part of this community. Today we have a very special guest with us, and I would like Pavas to just send me a request. Yes, we have him on board. Hello, Pavas. Hi, how are you?
Hi Ria, I'm all good, all good. How are you?
All great. Thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule. I know your days are jam packed. So thank you so much for being here and being a part of this live session with techjockey.com. Guys, let me take a minute and introduce him. He is the CEO of TBC Group, digital media entrepreneur, business consultant, CA, and an author. I mean, like, those are like really a lot of things, Pavas. How are you? And please introduce yourself to our audience.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think you mostly, already introduced, me rightly, but still just to give a quick background. By degree, I'm a chartered accountant. I cleared my chartered accountancy 7 years back, and I started entrepreneurship and my first startup 10 years back in 2011, when the digital media ecosystem was still very nascent in India. बहुत कुछ था नहीं ecosystem में, and in fact मतलब it was a time when I started doing something of my own, and couple of months into it I realized that it is called a word startup, which is now cool these days. So I did not know what startup was when I actually started, because I just had to do something of my own. तो वहाँ से स्टार्ट किया, एंड देन आई वी स्टार्टेड अ डिजिटल न्यूज़ प्लेटफॉर्म बाय द नेम ऑफ द टेक पोर्टल. Raised multiple rounds of funding by the time I was 22, and obviously we were young, we were it was our first startup. We made a lot of mistakes, and eventually after 3.5 years into that company, multiple rounds of funding, I decided to move on and sell my stakes and do something of my own. From there, I started my marketing consulting company TBC, which goes by the name the brand Cocktail, because we provide a cocktail of services to businesses. And from there on, we have never sort of looked back. And I mean, we started with digital marketing, then expanded to advertising marketing, then we expanded into media and news, where now we have recently launched India's first OTT platform for startups and entrepreneurs. So
Wow.
I mean, yeah, and then as you mentioned, that I wrote a book, which was thanks to, I mean, apart from all the sad things about the pandemic, I mean, that was a God's gift, because I got a lot of time last year sitting at home, and I actually got a chance to complete my story, which I had started some 1.5 2 years back. And got an opportunity to get it published with Lead Start, which is one of the biggest publishers of India. So that has gone really well. It has picked up really well. It was launched in a unfortunately or fortunately in a virtual event by the MD, India MD of Twitter, and the founder of the Viral Fever. So they launched the book, and it got a great start. It's just been 2.5 months, but yes, it's going really well.
Wow, that is amazing, Pavas. So, if I ask you like one word, how would you describe your entire journey of entrepreneurship?
So one word it would so it has been a long 10 years, and it's ironic that you asked me that question now that I have written a 200-page novel on that journey. So in
Wow.
one word I would just say, it has been a roller coaster ride. I mean, with ups and downs undoubtedly, and very unabashedly, like more downs than ups. Obviously, in an entrepreneurial journey you face more downs than ups, but it has nevertheless been fantastic. And if given a chance, I would want to relive it, every moment of it again. Yeah, so no regrets.
Super, super. So, guys, whoever is watching us, you can put any of your questions in the comments or in the question bar below. We'll pick it up. One question that we have from our audience is, what was the driving force behind you starting your entrepreneurship?
Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm a chartered accountant by degree. So I mean, even though I did not want to build a practicing career in finance, but I got a very deep understanding of businesses while I was learning and working as an intern during my CA days, and that particular how to mention it, like that particular experience of looking at businesses so deeply. Uh, was a charm that I had to do something of my own. I had to build something ground up, and then a very short period of my life, although I have never literally done a job in my life, but very short period of around 3 months, I worked with a startup in a job, and I realized that I mean, while I'm doing everything for some company, I mean, I can rather build something of my own. Passion, obviously every entrepreneur has a lot of passion, but it was more of a vision that I wanted to create something from India which is of a global quality. So that, yeah.
Coming back to your answer, today's young generation, it's like हमें कुछ तो भी करना है अपना कुछ तो भी करना है, but
Right.
like we hardly have any clue what to do. So how did you jotted down your ideas that you want to venture into this particular startup, and how should we as the younger generation or the people who are watching it, we can start our own journey into entrepreneurship?
Okay. So yeah, I will be very transparent about it, because I have very clearly written it in my novel as well, that with all the beyond all the glamour of $1 million fundings and $1 billion acquisitions that we see in the news every day around startups, it is a very dark there is a very dark background to entrepreneurship, and it's an extremely lonely journey. So just to sort of sound cool like inspirational leaders, I would not say that yes, go and follow your dream, because it has to be a lot more practical and pragmatic than that. So I strongly believe that being very transparent, answering your question very transparently, that don't start something just for the sake of it. I mean, don't start because you are not happy with your job, or you are not, or you want to go away from your hometown, or you want $1 billion check written by an investor. Start if you have the right skill set to do that particular business. And I'm not talking about an educational degree. I would not be the right person to talk about educational degree, because I'm a chartered accountant into marketing consulting, but the right skill set. So because I say that, because I had a very very deep passion for writing since I was in sixth standard, and I wanted to create content, may it be for myself, may it be for a book, may it be for a client or a brand or a business, but I wanted to create content. So you need to recognize your skill set, identify the business opportunity with that skill set, and if you think, after writing all the pros and cons and doing all the proper study about it, if you think there is a business opportunity where you can earn money and not just expect an investor's check, and you can earn money yourself, then you should go for that business. So it has to be, the entire approach has to be more practical rather than
Yeah.
philosophical, like you see on a lot of inspirational pages on social media these days. So I
Yes.
always say that first earn some money for your business and then be philosophical. So that is the right way to go about it.
Okay, that is great. And one another question that we have is, how did you raise funding for your ventures? Since you mentioned that you have like multiple rounds of funding, so any strategies or tricks or tips to
Yeah.
go forward?
So I work with almost like out of the 70 companies that we work with currently, almost 35 are early age. Like 50% of the companies we work with are early age startups, and we work and consult startups very closely. And I would say that my personal experience, to be very honest, would not be right per se, because that was 10 years back. Okay, so you need to understand that very practically speaking, the ecosystem has evolved a lot in the last couple of years. Now the businesses we work with and the way we consult on fundraise and all of these things, the point is that currently the industry is at a very mature stage. Even Indian ecosystem has matured a lot over the last 2 to 3 years. It has changed 360-degree. And the most important thing right now is that you need to have a very solid business model, and you need to prove to the investors that you are the right person to do that business. Because now, the questions have changed. At our time, things were still very philosophical when, investors used to ask कि already आपके business में तो इतने लोग ये कर रहे हैं, so how are you unique? So अब everybody knows that, a lot of people will be doing the same business, but you need to prove and convince them on the fact that you are the right person to do that business. So now investors won't ask you for, for a USP or आपका business तो similar है. Like I'm into media, so they would not say कि, a lot of people are into media, so why are you doing this business? They would rather ask that why are you the right person to do this business. So as I said, you should be the right person with the right skill set to do a particular business, to raise funds. And secondly, I mean, you need to have a very solid business model. It's no more about about acquisitions या ये बोलना कि मैं IPO कर लूंगा, या फिर ये बोलना कि I'll raise further funding. It's more about a solid business model, a solid product, and most importantly, above all, that you need to have a lot of perseverance. Before you go out to raise funds, you should be ready to run the business without funds. So that's the
Yeah.
irony about it. You should be able to run the business without funds to be able to raise funds. That's the most important aspect.
That's great. That's great. So we have business models, we have strategies, but how do you, build a successful customer base? What's your take on that?
On a successful customer, so that is one of the best aspects about business that you have asked me. Because I am personally, have always identified myself as a business development person, as a sales guy. So मुझे बस बेचना आता है, मतलब that is always what I say. And acquiring the right customer base is important, as you have mentioned, and it's extremely crucial. But I will also touch upon retaining that customer base. Because it's
Yeah.
obviously with digital media, digital marketing, social media techniques, and all of these things, acquiring a customer is not the major problem. It's very easy
Hmm.
to acquire 1,000, 10,000, or a lakh customers if your product is good. But a startup's focus should be on retaining that customer. Because I personally feel, and I would, I don't want to get you guys into trouble, so I'll not name companies. But I we see such companies every day who are spending lakhs and crores of rupees on marketing, but they are not
Hmm.
able to retain the customer because there is no satisfaction.
Yeah.
So the key to acquiring the customer base as well as retaining it is to believe in your product and treat your customer the best. So yeah, in fact, I'll just quickly end this question and this answer with an incident that I had just couple of days back, where we were talking to a company based out of Nepal. So we work out of Nepal, London, New York. We work with clients globally. So and this company, and they said that we have the best tech product in the market, at least in the Nepalese market. And we are going to kill it. So there is going to be no competitor. Our tech stack is so strong. And the only thing I told them was that building a tech is the easier part, getting the customer and making them happy is the difficult part.
Yeah.
So it's not about it. Because to be very frank, tech is something that everybody with money can build. So बहुत easy है कि आप पैसा खर्च करो. And there are a lot of talented techies in India. मतलब इंडिया में tech की कोई dearth नहीं है. So most important thing is to sort of acquire the customer and then make them happy. So I would say every startup focus, may it be a product or a service startup, the focus should be on making your customers happy.
Great, great. So we see a lot of successful people over the internet, and majorly we share about successes online. That's the general human tendency. But what's the biggest challenge that you faced till date as an entrepreneur? Would you like to share?
So I think there's a long list of challenges that every entrepreneur faces. But yes, I mean, as I said, a couple of things that would be relevant generically. I mean, not just for my business, but for every person who is watching this video. Is that obviously? I mean, as I already mentioned, and I focused on it a lot. That customer को खुश रखना is the biggest challenge. Our entire focus of every startup, every business should be to keep their customers happy. Because the best part about that, again, is I'm again coming back to that. The best part about that is that if one happy customer would give you 10 more customers. So that is the
Exactly.
best thing, and that is also the biggest challenge, of course, to ensure that customer delight. The second challenge, I think, in the entrepreneurial journey per se is, and I would be very a little on the darker side, that it's an extremely lonely journey. So the biggest challenge is that at every step of entrepreneurship you are alone. You find yourself alone. आपके फैमिली सपोर्टिव होती है, you might have a good girlfriend who is supporting you throughout, out and out, or a boyfriend, and you might have a lot of friends who encourage you every now and then, buy your products to make you happy. But at the end of the day, when there is a real challenge in the business, you are always alone. And it's the biggest challenge in such a situation is to maintain your mental health intact, keep your mental health intact, manage anxieties, and come out stronger than you were before. So that sort of a challenge is the actual challenge that people need to address and talk about, because that is the real challenge that every entrepreneur faces.
Yeah, that's true. So, do you believe that there is a formula to become a successful entrepreneur that, we start, but then there's a problem and then we stop? How do you overcome those and, call yourself successful in a conventional way?
So I think your question gives the answer itself, that people start, they face challenges, and then they stop and give up. I think the very basic formula is to have perseverance, to stay there, stay tight, struggle, fight it hard, and come out stronger. And you will not face this challenge if you are not dependent on anything. So you need to ensure the formula, as I repeatedly said, is not in an investor money or an acquisition or anything. It's about building a business, building a happy customer base, because that is what is going to stick with you and help you survive. So the only formula to a successful business is to stay tight, have a lot of perseverance, and create a product that people love.
Superb. So, Pawas, how is your day typically looks like?
So I would say, I mean, unlike a lot of people my age, I mean, I'm an early riser. It is, I mean, it is like I mean, I start my working day. I start my work at around 8:30.
Wow.
So and I mean, it is. I think it is a good thing that I start before my team does, so that I already have work ready for them by the time they start. So I start early. I start at 8:30, and then I mean, currently, obviously, I mean, all schedules have changed in the past couple of months. So in a way, it has been good. I spend a lot of time with family. I mean, I try my best to at least keep my second half lighter than I finish most of my work by lunch, and I try to spend the second half with my family, attend a few calls. Fortunately, I mean, a huge shout out to the great team that we have been able to build. They work day and night to sort of make us what we are. So yeah, I mean, it's more about at this stage, and in the current situation, it's more about managing the team rather than myself doing a lot of execution part. And also at this time, I mean, we have been largely particular about the mental health and the happiness of our team members who are all alone at home. They are struggling with families, and they are fighting their own battles. Everybody is. And so that is taking up most of the time right now, where we are more focused about talking to each person every day, ensuring that they are okay, they are happy, everything in their family is fine, and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, work wise, it has been smooth because of the team that we have. And personally, I ensure that most of the time I am able to speak with them directly and take updates personally. So that is where my most of the day is going right now.
Superb. So, we have another question from Vivek. He asks you, what is your favorite aspect of being an entrepreneur?
So favorite aspect, of course. I mean, my previous question might have answered a lot of that. Is that I get to take my own decisions, spend my day the way I want to, and obviously, and a lot of people say that they are bored of their 9 to 5 job is why they want to start a business. But again, entrepreneurship is a 24-hour job. So the best part about it is that uh, a lot of people might consider it a downside, but I think it's an upside, that 24 hours of the day you have something to look forward to. So I never think that kal Monday hai ya Tuesday hai ya kal mujhe ye karna hai, oh my god, that particular call and stuff like that, because each day I look forward to the next day. And that is something I feel very strongly about. I mean, and I keep telling my wife this every day. When we are chilling in the evening, I always tell her that the best part is that I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So that is, I think, the best upside of being an entrepreneur.
That's amazing. That's so good to hear. And next question we have top three skills needed to be a successful entrepreneur. Any top three skills?
Okay, so I
Guys, can you hear? Okay, I think we lost Pavas with some connection issues. I would let him join again. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section or in the question tab right here.
Yeah.
Sorry, we lost you there.
No, I'm
Uh,
sorry. It was my phone, I suppose. But yeah, all good now. So yeah, so top three skills quickly. So I think one is of course perseverance. A lot of perseverance is needed to be an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. Second is a lot of clarity about what you are building. So I say that because a lot of startups say that today they are building this, 3 months later they will pivot on something else,
yeah.
or 1 year later they would be doing something completely different, building a new product. So I think that is not the right way. Personally, I feel, I think you need to be extremely clear about what you are building, what you are planning to give to your customers. And third skill, I suppose, is a lot of work life balance, because I think 24 hours work life and all of this sounds great, and I also love my work, and so I love working 24 hours. But at the end of the day, you need to be there for your team, you need to be there for your employees, you need to be there for your family, for your friends. And a person in a job, as compared to a person who is in a job, you need to be available for a lot more people. You are answerable to a lot more people. If it is a funded startup, then even investors and a whole lot of people. So you need to have a lot of balance, you need to know a lot of time management. I suppose time management is a very key skill to be a successful entrepreneur.
Okay, so we have one question from Hitesh. He's asking, what is the importance of customer experience in insure tech, according to you?
So, okay, in short, Hitesh, I'll answer this particular to the industry that you are talking about, the insurance tech industry. That is, first things, I think, because we have got such a specific and amazing question, I think insurance tech is an industry which is going to go really, really high in the coming times. And in fact, broadly speaking, any industry related to finance, tech is going to fintech is going to be extremely rising in the coming years. I think the key to customer acquisition and happiness in an insurance industry like insurance is credibility. Because when it's about finance, when it's about something like loans, insurance claims, बहुत जरूरी है लोगों को आप पे भरोसा होना. So building that trust and credibility is the key. मतलब आज हम easily, with so many scams and everything going around, we don't even want to share our details on a phone call. हम लोग अपने कोई भी तरह के details OTP share नहीं करते कॉल पे. In an environment like that, which is led by so many financial frauds and tech frauds and digital frauds, it is extremely important that as an insurance tech company you build a lot of credibility and confidence among your customers. I think customers ko chahiye that you may it be technology, a lot of technology, futuristic tech, and all of those things. But with something like that, you need to have a personal touch. You need to have a human touch. You need to make them feel comfortable. I think that is the key to successful customer acquisition in insurance.
Superb. So, as you might be knowing, Tech Jockey, our community has a lot of budding entrepreneurs and freelancers and people who have a side hustle along with their 9 to 5 jobs. So, what are the three key activities would you recommend to them that they should invest their time in?
Okay, so I think one thing that I personally have experienced, and I still do, is apart from all the side hustle and everything you are doing, some sort of creativity. So I write, I listen to a lot of music. It could be watching movies, watching a Netflix series. So ऐसा सोचना कि मैं वो देखूंगा तो मेरा टाइम वेस्ट हो जाएगा, या आई हैव टू बी एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, मुझे तो साइड हसल करना है. But you need to take out time for these things. So that is extremely crucial, and I already mentioned that how important maintaining that sort of a balance is if you are wanting to be an entrepreneur. Second thing is, I think it is very important to sort of as I said, be very clear on your long term goals. तो आप साइड हसल कर रहे हो, आप जॉब में हो, आप चाहे जॉब में अच्छा करना चाहते हो, या you want to rise up in your job, or you want to build a business. It side hustle is okay, but you need to be clear on your long term goals. शॉर्ट टर्म में हम बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें करते हैं जो हमें पसंद है, हम करना चाहते हैं, we love it by heart, that is okay, but in the long term you should be very clear on your vision and your, on your life. And the last thing, third skill, or a hobby that, or something that I would suggest is that read a lot of stuff. And when I say reading, it's not just all the entrepreneurs. Obviously there is a lot of stuff about, with companies like Your Story and Inc 42 and all of that. There is a lot of good startup material there. But when I say reading, it can be a lot of, Wall Street Journal and business news. A lot, just staying updated is what I'm trying to say. So it's very important to stay updated with what is going around politically, economically, in every way. So I think that is those are the key skills, I suppose, with a side hustle or something like that.
Superb. So we have one last question from Bhagyashri. As an entrepreneur, how do you keep your mental health stable, especially during difficult times?
So I think, to each his own. First of all, I mean, every person has their own way of dealing with mental health. Uh, I think I would say, I'm first of all, I'm not a professional, so whatever I say does not account for any professional support or anything. But everybody have their own ways. I suppose listening to music, as I said, calms you down. I think it's extremely important to be able to talk to, parents and family and friends and wife and whoever is close to you. So I think, my way of doing it is talking to my wife about it, because that is the best out that I have. So you need to let it out. You need to talk it out. And I'm very, it's okay to be not okay. And I think, and in fact, recently, under our not for profit initiatives under TBC, we started an initiative where we are helping entrepreneurs get free time slots with clinical psychologists during the pandemic. Because one thing is that professional help might sometimes be very expensive, and secondly, people don't realize that, entrepreneurs have a lot of mental health issues. We talk about mental health. Fortunately, that has become a topic that we are talking about. But entrepreneurs के लिए mental health अभी भी बात नहीं होती है इतनी. So we have started it exclusively for startup founders and entrepreneurs. So I think it's okay to get professional help, and at a time like this, especially. And I think you should talk. I mean, to anyone, professional, parents, family. As I said, you should just talk.
Agreed. I think taking care of mental health specifically depends on person to person. Maybe people
Correct.
are not willing to talk. They can write, they can journal. We have a consult professional therapists and everything. So yeah, I think
Everybody
that
has
is
their own out.
yeah. That is very important. Like mental health should be your top priority
Correct.
in these days. So that's about it. Thank you so much, Pavas. We are really grateful that we could have you over this live session. It was really enlightening, and we like our audience. I know they're going to get a lot of benefits out of this video. Thank you so much for joining in.
Pleasure is all mine. I mean, it was a really great session, and I think I loved the questions that people asked and they engaged with. And I think you conducted a very great session. And I mean, if people need to talk further, you need to discuss anything, they can connect with me on Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere. And I would be
Awesome.
happy to talk to entrepreneurs, founders, and people who want any help with their side hustles.
Amazing, amazing. That's so good, Pavas. Thank you so much.
Thank,
Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
thank you.
Bye.
Same to you. Bye. Bye, Ria.